Dylan Roof, the 21-year-old arrested for the massacre of 6 African-American women and 3 African-American men last week at the Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina, is being held on a $1 million bond. He was charged with 9 counts of murder and 1 count of possession of a weapon to commit a violent crime. Roof faced relatives of those killed in court, some of whom said they forgive him. Preliminary investigations revealed that he shot each of the 9 victims multiple times using his handgun after spending an hour with them in Bible study. Some of the survivors managed to live through the ordeal by playing dead. Over the weekend, news broke that a website maintained by Roof called The Last Rhodesian was discovered. On it, he featured dozens of photos of himself with the Confederate flag and other racist symbols and wrote a manifesto about why he was a racist. As the fallout from the massacre unfolded across the national consciousness, many activists from the Black Lives Matter movement around the country gathered in Detroit last week. One of them is my guest, Melina Abdullah. She is a professor and chair of the Department of Pan-African Studies at Cal State LA and an organizer with Black Lives Matter LA. Welcome to Uprising, Melina.
Thank you for having me, Sonali.
Thanks so much for joining us. Well, first, what was it like to be at this retreat when this horrific, historic incident played out? This incident that really ought to be a game-changing massacre in how we view what race and racism is, happening at a time when you and other activists who are attempting to address these types of matters were together in Detroit.
Well, I just think it was really, really necessary. It was so necessary for us to be together and for us to share that space. We don't often talk about what it's like emotionally and spiritually to be dealing with this constantly. And then the horror of the terror that we experienced a few days ago, to be in a space where we could be supportive of one another, where we could hold each other, where we could really kind of be strength for one another so that we can go back out and organize and be strength for other folks was really, really important. And so, of course, we didn't know that the timing was going to be what it was. But it felt important, just the day-to-day organizing that we do, to come together and to kind of hold space with one another. And so for us to be there in such a time of trauma and have each other to hold helped us to kind of process and deal with this in, I think, a way that enables us to move forward and kind of lay a framework and a groundwork for how we move forward as a whole, as a larger society and a larger group.